Hey everyone, I'm Bart Daly with Life in the Bluegrass. Have you ever thought about getting a VA loan, but just don't understand what VA means or anything like that? Well, today I'm breaking down must-do prep steps before getting a VA loan without headaches. Hey, if you are new to this channel, please click that follow button and subscribe. I'm sure this might be a video that you would like to share with others. So a VA loan, it can be your best friend. It's one of the biggest perks of military service. And if you are a member of our military, I appreciate your service. And frankly, the VA loan is just a portion of what we as your fellow Americans should be doing for you. You know, it's one of the biggest perks, but I feel like there's a lot of mystery. So hopefully the purpose of this video will make those mysteries go away. Let's just jump on in here. So veterans, the number one thing you wish you knew before getting a home loan is what? Drop it down there in the comments. You know, real quick, I worked with a retired Army vet recently, and he thought VA loans were very complicated and slow, and basically that they're just looking for reasons to not approve his loan. But what he found was he just needed the right prep, which typically it's going to be the same prep that you're going to get for, or that you're going to require for a conventional loan. The great thing that that particular client found out was it was very painless, because with working with myself and a good mortgage lender, everything fell into place, and it was a very, very pleasant experience. So, you know, I'm going to be walking you through the 6 steps that will save you time, money, and lastly, stress. Let me explain what a VA loan is. Think of a VA loan as a golden ticket. Without it, you can't get into the chocolate factory. The whole idea is to get our veterans a mortgage quickly and painlessly, but it requires pre-work. No down payment is required, but you still have to pay closing costs. You still have to pay appraisals, inspections, insurance, so forth. Now, a lot of those things you can finance in the VA loan. It's something that you need to have the conversation with your mortgage lender about, but a lot of times you can't. You know, it is. I mean, it's a golden ticket here to Disney, but you still got to pay the $20 for the churro that you're getting in there. So not everything is free. You can still negotiate with the seller for concessions. You can still ask the lender about rolling some of these costs back into the loan. I mentioned that a minute ago. So keep in mind, it is a golden ticket, but there's still some fees that you're going to have to pay for up front. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind, closing costs especially. But let me ask you this. Would you rather be able to roll some of these closing costs into the loan or just pay it all up front? You tell me. Leave me a comment down below. Which makes more sense to you? There are several calculators, loan calculators out there that have exceptions to the VA loans already built in. You know, zero down does not necessarily mean zero cost. Let's keep that in mind. Appraisals. Since it is a VA loan, it's a federal loan, the appraisals are going to be stricter than, say, a conventional loan. They're looking at safety, they're looking at liability, they're not looking for any fixer-uppers. So if you're looking to flip, a VA loan is not for you. You know, it's funny, you know, if the roof is caving in and the AC is from 1974, the VA is not saying, Semper Fi, you know, take that house. It's not going to happen. This is an investment that they feel like they're making for their veteran. If you want a VA loan for a farmhouse with knob and tube wiring, forget it. It's not going to happen. The VA is not going to approve it. Make sure you have your realtor check the property condition before making any type of offers. There's nothing wrong with making sure, again, this is the prep work I talked about, making sure that everything is in place before you start taking the steps to get a VA loan. Figure out, hey, what's the oldest? Is it the furnace? Is it the roof? Is it the plumbing, electricity? Do your homework. That is the job of the agent. Make sure the agent is doing the homework. You tell the agent up front, looking to get a VA loan for this property that I'm going to buy. So when you're shopping, Mr. Agent or Mrs. Agent, you know what has to be right. Also, not all lenders specialize in doing VA loans. They're different. The process is different. That does not mean that they drag their feet. It does not mean that it's a slower process. It does not mean that they're trying not to loan money, because I can tell you that is for sure not the case. It's like going to Taco Bell and asking for sushi. All right. Sure, technically it's possible, but who wants to eat sushi from Taco Bell? Doesn't make any sense. VA loan. Make sure that they are very well versed in VA loans. Make sure, they've closed them. Find out what their average closing time period is with VA loan, because that tells you just how closely they work with the VA in securing these loans. So think about that. And also think about, would you rather work with a big bank or a small lender? Which would you prefer? Leave that comment down below. Let me know. Because a small local lender may not have that VA approval to process VA loans. So it's just some of the other things. So myth 1, VA loans take longer. The reality is, with the right lender, they should be just as fast as a conventional loan. There are many more steps to a VA loan. That's not up to the lender. That is up to the VA. That's up to the Veterans Administration. That they call the shots here. All right. Myth number 2: sellers don't want VA buyers. But the reality behind that is completely false. Everyone has to be educated along the way. Your broker who is buying, who's representing you in the purchase of this property, make sure they know that you're going to be using a VA loan. And that sets the stage, if you will. Myth number 3, you can only use it once. You can only use a VA loan once. The reality is it can be used multiple times, even on multiple properties in some case. So don't fall for the fiction, if you will. VA loans, they just run everywhere. But if you are a veteran, please consider seeking a VA loan through your local mortgage company. Make sure you understand the ins and outs of a VA loan. I've heard stories of agents who didn't understand a VA loan, and the client almost lost their $5,000 in furnace money. Make sure that you, as a buyer, ask these questions of your real estate agent. Work with someone who understands the process from start to finish, not just your mortgage banker, mortgage broker, but also your real estate agent. Let's face it, who you want to work with, a rookie or a pro. This is the largest investment that you'll probably ever make. So we've covered the costs, we've covered appraisals, we've covered lenders, all the myths and mysteries surrounding it, also the responsibility of your realtor. Please, down in the comments, if you've got another question, let me know what it is. I'm happy to answer those questions for you. If I don't have the answer, I will go find the answer. Whether you're looking to buy a VA home in the next 9 days or 90 days, at Life in the Bluegrass, we're here to help. I represent eXp Realty, and we have an international footprint. I have resources beyond my brain can even comprehend. I can get questions answered quickly. So thank you so much for watching our educational video on VA loans. Whether you're looking to buy, again, within the next 90 days or 90 days, Life in the Bluegrass, we're here to help. So I will be seeing you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.